Having lots of ideas is not actually the problem. The real problem is what happens after the idea shows up, because a lot of creators either do one of two things. They chase every idea and end up with half-finished projects everywhere, or they keep collecting ideas until the list itself becomes overwhelming. And then you're suddenly staring at 42 notes, 12 draft posts, 3 digital product ideas, and absolutely no clarity on what to do next. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do when you have too many ideas without losing the good ones and without creating more chaos. So hi, I'm Liz Stapleton from Creator Ops Hub. If we haven't met before, I'm a systems-focused online business owner, and I help creators build with clarity and scale without chaos through what I like to call the Creator Operating System. And today we're talking about one of the biggest hidden bottlenecks inside a creator business, and that is idea overload. And honestly, this is usually a sign that you're creative and paying attention. The issue isn't having ideas. The issue is when every idea feels equally urgent, and that's when planning breaks down. So instead of a system, you end up reacting. New idea, drop everything. New product concept, open 6 new tabs. New content angle, start another Google Doc. This video is going to be about replacing reactive creation with a simple planning workflow. So first, stop treating every idea like an immediate task. Separate ideas from commitments. This is where a lot of creators accidentally create their own overwhelm. An idea is not a to-do list item, it's raw input. The second every idea becomes a task, your task list explodes. Instead, I want you to create what I like to call an idea parking lot. And I'll be honest, this is a concept I first learned about from Layla over at Process Driven. And if you're running a team, she has great resources for not only helping you, but to get your team's buy-in on systems and making sure they're actually implemented across the whole company. I'm a solopreneur, so I'm not looking to do that. My approach is a little more direct, but let's get back to the idea parking lot. And this can be an Airtable table. It can be a notes app folder. It could be a simple Google Doc, a paper notebook. The tool doesn't matter. It just needs to be the sole place where you're putting all your ideas. It's the system that matters. So every new idea needs to get captured into a single location, not your task list, not your calendar, not your current workflow, just one holding space. And hopefully this one shift alone will reduce a lot of mental noise because you're not worried about forgetting an idea and everything's all in one place. So you can always go back and review it. The next step is to run every idea through a decision filter. So before an idea moves into execution, it needs to pass through a filter. And I like to use 3 questions. First up, does this support a current goal? For example, if your current priority is list growth, a random course idea might not be the right move right now. The next question is, does this fit an existing system? Can this become a YouTube video, an email, a resource, a future product asset? And then finally, what problem does this solve? If the answer is vague, it should stay parked. Okay, because vague answers create vague execution, and this is where you need to really reclaim your clarity. So once you kind of have those filters in place, you then need to create an idea review rhythm, because you don't want to just be, have this list of ideas and you never go back to it. So you need to create a regular way to review them. So it could be monthly, it could be quarterly, it could be weekly, depending on how your workflows are. Just don't skip it, okay? You want to prevent yourself from deciding in the moment and be able to then approach it with sort of, more even-keeled, not the dopamine hit from the excitement of the idea. So it could be every Friday afternoon, every Monday morning, every month on the 1st, whatever. During the review, you want to look at all your captured ideas and decide, should I delete this, defer it, develop it, or do now? And if delete scares you, maybe just have a separate page or tab or whatever that's in a archive, not now. Maybe someday that'll be useful, but I'm not looking at it. If the idea of deleting really scares you. And then that's it. And so then that way you kind of take your idea parking lot and it becomes this management of these ideas into a repeatable planning system. You know what you're going to develop and do now. So develop means it needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. And we're not doing that right now, but that's something that we're going to add down the road. It's almost like creating a product roadmap. It's an idea roadmap, if you will, for you to know what you're going to keep doing. And, this kind of aligns with just whatever your existing weekly content cadence is. Make it work with that. So with that kind of layout and workflow for ideas in mind, I want to talk about just a couple of the common mistakes and what to do instead. So if you're one mistake you're making is you get an idea and you're like, you want to jump on it immediately. It's that shiny object. It's that squirrel moment. Don't. Okay. Capture it. The first step you take with any idea is you capture it with wherever you're deciding to keep your ideas, and then you leave it there. Okay. You decide on it later. You don't let it distract you from whatever it is you were working on in the moment when you got that idea. Next mistake is having multiple places where you keep ideas. No, make it one, okay? If it's, you need to be able to capture ideas on your phone and on your computer, make sure it's something that syncs, okay? There's a lot of different ways you could do that. You could do, depending on, if your phone and computer talk to each other. I, of course, have like an Android phone and a Mac computer, so they don't really, but I have apps that do. I could do Google Doc. I like to put mine in ClickUp, actually. So I have just an ideas list inside ClickUp that I can then mark certain statuses with. Okay, and then make sure you actually do build out a review process. So if you have a task management tool, so I've mentioned I use ClickUp, but whatever it is you use, this is tool agnostic. Just set a recurring task of once a month, once a quarter, once a week, whatever the case may be, or put it as a repeating event on your calendar of I need to go review my ideas list, process them. That's it. So if you're feeling constantly like you have too many ideas, it's not a discipline problem. It's usually a planning system problem. And you need to remember that your job isn't to do every single idea. Your job is to build a system that helps the right ideas rise to the top at the right time. And that's how you're going to build with clarity instead of chaos. And if you're realizing that idea overload is actually causing you to waste time and lose momentum, then definitely go grab the 10-minute time waster audit I've created. It's completely free. Link is below, and it will help you quickly spot where your workflow is leaking time, attention, and mental energy so that you can simplify what happens next. So grab that below. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.